All right. Well, as I said, today is a very special day and very different perhaps than what we typically do, but I know it will be great based on how we all experienced our Friday night together. Reverend Dr. Melissa Phillipe and Reverend Z. Egloff are longtime students and teachers of consciousness and transformation. They're both ordained ministers with the Centers for Spiritual Living, holding master's degrees from Holmes Institute. Melissa is a Toltec mentor, personally trained by Don Miguel Ruiz, author of the Four Agreements. Z also holds a master in spiritual psychology, and Melissa received an honorary doctorate for her contributions to the field of New Thought music. And if you haven't looked at our vision lately, we did say we were bringing New Thought musicians here live. So they are fulfilling our vision and our mission for this year. Melissa and Z are the founders of Oh My God Life, an online and traveling ministry. So that is their virtual home, and you can go to ohmygodlife.com. They offer videos, music, books, classes, and more. They also speak, perform, and facilitate workshops and retreats worldwide. And if you love today, after the service, they will be at their table. So without further ado, Oh My God Life.
Good morning.
I'm kind of having deja vu to Friday night. Yeah. But there's some new faces here too, so that's cool.
I just have to ask, is that Dr. Bowman? No.
Okay.
It's someone who has the same facial hair. Okay. All right.
Well, we're going to start with a little upbeat song.
Just to open you up.
Get started. And it's got they've got a part to do with you, right? But
anybody else still recovering from Friday night? Yeah. So we'll just help you kind of get, this is your post-coffee coffee. All right. So it's a call and response sing along. I'll sing the chorus once, you'll have it, and then we'll have some fun with it.
Okay.
All right, Trevor. Gonna let spirit, where'd they go? Can you turn those tracks back up? Okay, can you go back to the beginning?
That was a deep spiritual lesson. It's never too late for a do-over.
That's right.
You can always start
ask for
again.
what you want.
Yes.
And also stuff happens. Sometimes you think you're just cruising along. All right. I'm gonna let spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm gonna let spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. That's it. I'm gonna let spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm gonna let spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. After me, spirit loves me.
Spirit loves me.
I know that.
I know that.
Spirit loves me.
Spirit loves me.
That's a fact.
That's a fact.
Yeah. I'm gonna let spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm gonna let spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. Yeah. When I'm down, I turn to you. When I'm down, you pull me through. Yeah. I'm gonna let spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. I'm gonna let spirit love me now. I am worthy of this love. See?
All alone, feeling broken, I don't know where to go. Got a feeling if I'm willing, spirit's opening the door. So I'm asking, passing time while I'm crashing in a last sad gasp of confusion. And it's slow, a little knowing that won't let go. Can't ignore it and you know I won't, cause it's growing in the open. No more hoping now. Spirit holds my soul and says you gotta let me love you now. You are worthy of this love, so why not let me love you now? You are worthy of this love. Yeah.
I surrender every little thing. I surrender. Hear me sing. Yeah. I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am
worthy of His love.
I'm gonna let Spirit love me now. I am worthy of this. I am worthy. I am worthy of this love. I am worthy of this love. Yes, I'm worthy of this love. Yeah.
Excellent. Are you going to do the candle, or are we going to go right into the healing? Okay. So we're going to try this. Reverend Kathy told us how it works, and hopefully we're going to do it right. Although there is no right in spirit, right? It's all perfect. So we're going to do the healing meditation with a song here. And first, I just wanted to ask if people have things that they want to put into the prayer meditation. Anything that people are wanting prayer. Wholeness, okay. Health. Compassion. Love. Harmony. Joy. Peace. Okay. Faith. Healing. Okay. So I invite you all to take a deep breath.
As I say a tender yes to everything that comes to me, my heart is open, I am free. I open to all that is. It brings me to my knees. I surrender. I am peace.
There is only one power, one source, one energy, one love in and through all of creation, beyond what we can even comprehend with the human mind, and yet it is right here, right now, in me, in my mind, in my heart, in my body, in my soul, in the mind, body, heart, and soul of each and every one of us here today in the room, here online, and beyond. Those that we can see and those that we cannot see. All of us are made of this one, connected by this one, whole in this one. And so I speak my word right here, right now, for each and every one of us hearing this prayer, that we are grounded in the wholeness of God, in the health of God, in the peace, the compassion, the joy. I know right here, right now, for each and every one of us, that each and every day we are opening more and more to the heart, to the love of the one. And as we step deeper into this knowing, into this being love, being joy, being peace, that our lives touch so many other people, more than we can even imagine, sending ripples of joy, of love, of health, of harmony, of peace into the world. It is beautiful, it is love, it is God. And so greatly, deeply thankful for Spirit's work in the world as each and every one of us. I just release this prayer now to that one that takes it, that makes it so, that says yes. I say yes. Spirit says yes. Everybody says yes. And if you are in alignment, in agreement with this prayer, please repeat after me, and so it is.
So it is.
Amen.
I surrender, and I am peace.
I invite you all to take another deep breath. Just letting that all in and release with a sigh. And so it is. Okay, we're going to do a song now that for those of you who are here Friday night, you already know it. And for those of you who were not here, you're going to learn it because it's really easy. So it's a spoken word song. We call them our word songs. And the chorus is spoken word, and we'd love to have you say it with us. And it goes like this. Love is the only truth.
Is the only truth.
And the only truth.
And the only truth
Is love. So let's
is
say that
love.
all together. Love is the only truth. And the only truth is love. That's it. Okay. Here's something that isn't true. There aren't 24 hours in a day. I mean, there are, but only because we say so. Because thousands of years ago in ancient Egypt, someone stuck a stick in the ground and watched the shadows to try and measure the arc of a day. And don't get me started on this trip called time, the trippity-slippity thing that doesn't exist in the first place. I ain't no Einstein, but I tell you what, there's only one thing that ever stuck that doesn't need a stick in the ground for me to trust it. Hush, little baby, 'cause there's just this love. Love is the only truth, and the only truth is love. Again, love is the only truth, and the only truth is love.
When I let go of all that I believe, what is left is true. Release the stories of things I see, and all I see is you. In the spaces between starlight, in the shelter of the dark, in the memories of sweet goodbyes, beating of my heart. It's you. All that is
something else that isn't true. What we call love, right? There's a guy at work, you don't even know his name, but you're sure he's the one who can satisfy that need that hurts and howls and wants what's real, till you find out he's married or gay or not gay and can't give you anything but need and more need. See, love doesn't ask, love only answers, and the answer is always yes. I don't know much, but I tell you what, there's only one thing that's ever stuck that doesn't need anything for me to trust it. Hush, little baby, 'cause there's just this love. Love is the only truth, and the only truth is love. Love is the only truth, and the only truth is love.
When I let go of all that I believe, what is left is true. Release the stories of things I see, and all I see is you. In the spaces between starlight, in the shelter of the dark, in the memories of sweet goodbyes, the breaking of my heart. It's you. All that is
Together, love is the only truth, and the only truth is love.
all that
Love is the only truth, and the only truth is love. Love is the only truth, and the only truth is love.
all that
Love is the only truth, and the only truth is love. Love is the only truth. Love. Love is the only truth. Right? And the only truth is love. And sometimes we forget that, right? Sometimes it's harder to find that love. It's there, but sometimes it's harder to find it for ourselves and, advanced topic, for others, right? And so we want to talk today about that, about finding love, and especially finding love when it's more challenging, when it seems as though love is lost. Like I say, it never is, but when it seems as though it's lost, finding love for ourselves and finding love for others. And so, Melissa, how does that sound, by the way? Good? Okay. Melissa's going to get us started, and I'm going to go over here.
So, have you ever been triggered? Yeah. So, I define triggered as when if someone was looking from far away down at an event, a series of circumstances, and that person, namely me, in the middle of those circumstances, responded in a way that was perhaps illogical. Triggered. Yeah. So I used to live my life triggered. I was angry all the time. I can't see. I have these notes up here, and I'm going to put my glasses on. I think I'll see them that way. Oh, look at that. There's words on there. They're actual words. Okay, so like someone cuts in front of you on the freeway, right? And you take it personally. Or you're in line in the speedy checkout aisle that is 15 items, and the person in front of you has 18 items in their basket. Not that you're counting. And like those are two trigger moments for me personally where I have a very illogical reaction. Like I'm counting the things in the basket. I'm assessing. I'm like thinking of things I would say to them. Like, okay, so you count 3 6-packs as like Coke. Like that's a category. And I keep thinking about it, right? Like I am triggered. I used to say that I was trigger happy, only without the happy. So how do we get less trigger happy? So my summary of all of my life's learnings, which includes Centers for Spiritual Living, years of recovery, and Toltec work, and lots of other wonderful things, is my summary is this. If you are feeling toxic bad, if you are feeling toxic bad, you are believing a lie. Period. If you are feeling toxic bad of any kind, rage, anger, shame, whatever it is, you are believing a lie. All right, so, what do we do if we're triggering? We find out what that feeling is. Now, I do want to say a little shout out for grief here, because I think grief is its own little island. There's the sea of emotions, and grief is just its own little island. And but I have been in the experience myself of grief without it feeling toxic bad. Do you know what I mean? Like it's like a pure sad, but it's connected to the love. It's directly connected to the love lost. And so there's something sweet, maybe isn't the right word, but you get what I mean. It's by itself. I'm not talking about that when I say if you're feeling toxic bad, you're believing a lie. So years ago, I was touring. I might have been here. I don't know where I went, but I went off on a little journey to do this work that I used to do alone back way a long time ago. And I got home. Now, this was back in the day when you got statements in the mail from the bank. I got home to a stack of statements. I had been gone for, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks. And I started opening these statements, and it didn't look good. There were $650 in charges alone for the mistake turns out I had made. After doing some searching, I discovered that I had entered a deposit twice in my records. And then back then I had some debt, and I went, oh, cool, I'm going to pay down this one. And I did, and they cashed it. Those bastards. Okay, sorry. Excuse me, Sunday morning. And, the money wasn't there, and the bank wouldn't reverse the charges because I had messed up, and I was a victim to them then, too, because they wouldn't reverse the charges like as if they should. But anyway, after weeks, now I was studying with Don Miguel Ruiz. I was steeped in the teachings of this truth that if I was in toxic badness, feeling emotionally, I was believing a lie. And I was also in practitioner training with Centers for Spiritual Living. So I knew the truth of my being, right? Here. I knew it here. But especially back then, what was true for me was that money of all things would trigger me like into a spiral of shame like nothing else. If I felt like a loser about money, I just went right down to the bottom, Do you know what I mean? And we all have those. Money was mine. So I was knowing the truth and telling myself, those times when you're like, I am love, I am love. Finally, after weeks, literally weeks of really struggling with this, I did this meditation. We actually have a class, an online class, if you're interested. But it's a meditation in there that the sum of the meditation that is the radical transformation meditation is it helps you see what is the lie that you are believing. Because that's the key. If you're feeling toxic bad, you're believing a lie. Well, all you do is discover the lie. Find what the lie is that you are telling yourself and believing. And then find what the truth is. Now, the cool thing about this is the truth is not hard to find. Well, first of all, it's everywhere. The lie is only here. The truth is everywhere. And the truth is on the flip side of the lie. So I did this meditation, and I found that at the bottom of my feelings, when I just kept going and going, was I suck. I am not worthy. I do not deserve to exist. That was the level of disdain that was there in this lie that I was believing, that the evidence was my bank statement. Yeah, that's logical. But emotions aren't logical. And what was the truth? Well, if the lie is that I am not worthy, the truth was so easy to find if I just looked, and I did and found. Okay, so here's where the lie came from. I was growing up with a mother who was lovely in many ways and then had other qualities as well. And one of the things that she said to me all the time, I'll tell you what she said, and you'll hear it, and then you'll think for a second. So what she used to say to me all the time was, "You were the best fight I ever lost with your father." Oh, you got it faster. Didn't even take you a minute. Didn't take me long as a kid to get to figuring out that meant she didn't want me. And she really acted like she didn't want me in a lot of other ways too. But I think now, looking back, that what she was saying is, I'm so glad that I lost that fight and that you're here. But that's not how I heard it. And this was from when I was really little. And when we're really little, we decide things about ourselves. And we decide they're true. And then our mind tells ourselves, and we just buy it. We don't reflect, right? So that's what I came to. Was like, that's what was there for me. And the truth when I looked was, okay, even if it was true that my mother, let's say, continued to not want me all through my life, which was sometimes how I felt, what's true is that I'm here, I'm breathing, my heart is pumping. Spirit wants me here. Life itself is the evidence that life itself wants me here, wants me alive, wants me to be me, making bank mistakes and learning from them, hopefully, which I did. Spirit has always wanted me here, and every breath I take is the evidence of this. Now, this is the reality of you. This is the truth about you. If Spirit didn't love you and want you, just like you, just the you that is only you, totally unique, to be here, you wouldn't be here. You know, people drop dead. It happens. Your time will be up, or all our times will be up. But in the meantime, Spirit is breathing you and pumping your heart with love with every breath and pump. So since that meditation, of course, because I really came to believe and know the truth that Spirit wants me, loves me, it's all good. Everything began to unravel that was woven through the fabric of I am not worthy, and began to be rewoven into a new tapestry that looks completely different. My life is radically transformed. There is no shame in it, but there's very small compared to mostly, it's like I'm not the same person from knowing that truth, knowing it. And so I have these little tools that I use, and one of them is my favorite current mantra, which is I stand in unapologetic confidence, knowing the truth of my divine nature. Repeat after me. I stand in unapologetic confidence. Knowing the truth of my divine nature. So this Verizon guy, the old ads that were like, can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? So the other tool that I love that goes with this for me is when I feel the very beginnings of like the tip of the iceberg of that toxic place that I want to go, I ask myself, can I love me now? Can I love them now? We're all always doing our best. It looks very different on all of us. but we are all always doing our best. So can I love me now? And more then, my life, I still get triggered by life, but I am triggered into joy. I am triggered into the reaction that is gratitude, awe, love, sweet surrender. And so look for the lie. If you're feeling anything but those feelings, right? Look for the lie and check for the flip side to find the truth. And practice believing it until you know that truth. And maybe you too will become trigger happy. In the meantime, I give you the best part of this new life I have, which is my wife bend, Z.
Thank you, Melissa. Okay, so we're loving ourselves, we're finding the lie, we're checking on the flip side. I would like to take it to the next level, is finding that with other people. Okay? And in order to share this, I want to share a story with you that I affectionately known as the spiritual retreat from hell. Would you like to hear it? Okay. So this is many years ago. It's around the time Melissa and I first met. So we've been together 14 years. So it was over a decade ago. And we went to a spiritual retreat. A lot of times these days we're facilitating them. We were actually both just plain old participants in this retreat. It was in another state. And we go to this retreat, and I was feeling kind of shy. Melissa knew more people there. I knew no one at this retreat. And we're there, and it's the first night. We're all getting to know each other. Now, I should mention that it's a women's retreat, and I am gender rich. Whole lot of gender going on, right? Now, I'm good now with my gender expression, but this was over 10 years ago, and it was still newer for me to really fully express myself, what I was feeling internally, you know? And I was a little nervous. I've gone in bathrooms, women's bathrooms, where people are like screaming, and not in a good way, you know? So I was just sort of nervous about being in this room, and we're anyone going to scream or anything. But it seemed like it was good. It was good. Nobody freaked out. It's like, cool. All right. So we go back. We're all staying in a hotel. This retreat was at a hotel. Melissa and I go back to our room. And she often just goes right to sleep, which she did, and I did not. It takes me a while to wind down a little bit. So I'm lying there in the bed, and I'm hearing that the walls between the rooms are really thin, so I can hear people talking in the next room. And as they're talking, I realize, I think they're from the retreat. And then I'm listening more, and I realize they're talking about me. And it's one voice in particular that's saying things like, I don't understand why she has to look like a man. I don't understand why, if she hates men, she has to look like one. Which I'm like, ooh, good one. Now, I wish, you know, like when later you think of things you wish you'd said, right? So I wish I'd been like, I don't hate guys, I'm part guy myself, right? But no, I didn't. I'm just there listening. And we all know people talk about us, right? We know it happens, but to actually hear it, right? It was kind of like being punched in the gut. Now, I'm a good little metaphysician, so I'm listening to what is coming into my ears there, and I'm like, interesting. So I come to this retreat, and I'm worried about what the women are going to think of me, and here I am getting to hear exactly what one person thinks. All right. Well, and the interesting thing about knowing that consciousness is creative is to not beat ourselves up when things happen. I heard something wonderful about this the other day. Instead of saying, why did my consciousness create this? To say, how can I heal this with my consciousness, right? So I'm trying in that moment to just stay open. Because I know, y'all know, that sometimes some of what seems to be the worst thing in the world that could happen to us ends up being one of the best things that ever happened, right? So there I am, just taking my breaths, trying to be chill. I have to say, though, the next morning, when we all come in the room, I'm scanning the room, trying to figure out, because I know that voice, it's like burned on my brain. And there was a little problem, which was that 2 women in the room had that voice. So I didn't know which one to hate. Did I mention that this was a spiritual retreat? Yeah. Okay, so it wasn't long before I found out who it was because they were right in the room next to us, right? And it was indeed one of the 2 women. So at some point there's a break or something and we're back there at our room and we're about to each go into our rooms. And I said, hey, just so you know, the walls are really thin between these 2 rooms so we can hear everything you're saying. And it didn't bring me quite the satisfaction that I thought it would to kind of let her know what I knew. Also, now that I knew who it was, I was able to learn some things about her. Like, she's several decades older than me, which means when she was younger, there weren't a lot of gender-rich individuals roaming free. She also grew up in a conservative household. Again, none of this, right? And I also kept thinking about what she said, because I kind of couldn't stop thinking about what she'd said, right? But I'm thinking, everything she said started with, I don't understand why. She has to, right? I don't understand. She was saying, I don't understand. Now, at some point, because this is, after all, a spiritual retreat, we had an exercise. I don't even remember what it was now, but we went within and touched that place of truth, that place of love. And when I'm in that internal space, I was able to think about my neighbor there, my next door neighbor, and think about, to the degree to which she was judging me, it doesn't feel good, right? That's why everybody wants to be in love. It just feels so good to be in love. It doesn't feel good to judge people, right? And I was thinking, if she thought about it, if she could, she would want to love me. She wants to love me. The lie was, she wants to judge me. The truth, on the flip side, was she wants to love me. And it became like this mantra, she wants to love me, she wants to love me. And from that place, I was able to just easily forgive her. Not from like, oh, I forgive you, like I'm better than you kind of thing, but like true forgiveness. It just evaporated. I didn't have to have a process with her or anything. It was just all within me. And I also realized I was judging her for judging me, which made me like double judgy, which sounds like a particularly bitter flavor of ice cream or something. I'll take 2 scoops of double judgy, please, right? Like, not good, right? So I wanted to love her. She wants to love me. I want to love her. And not only that, I want to love me. If that happened to me now, it would still sting. It would be weird to hear that in the next room, but this is over a decade ago. I was in a really different space then, right? So it really brought up a lot of stuff for me. It was not an accident that I heard that voice that night, and it was perfect. It was exactly what I needed. It was a catalyst for healing. I'm in a different space now today because of that. I want to love me. And it's no accident that I got there through spiritual practice, right? Meditation, prayer, coming to community, talking with practitioners, being in service, taking classes, all of that helps us access that truth. And in that place of truth, I was able to see the lie and flip it over and know that truth. There's a story that I love about a man who goes to the doctor. And he says, "Doctor, I hurt all over." And the doctor says, "Well, can you be a little more specific?" And he goes, "Well, okay, right here. Oh, right there. Ooh, hurts so much. And right there. Ooh, ow, right there. Ah. And also my knee. Ooh, ah." The doctor examines him and says, "I figured out the problem. You have a broken finger." So when we look at life through a fractured lens, everything hurts, right? But when we see through the eyes of love, when through our spiritual practice we come more and more each and every day to seeing through the eyes of love, we see the truth about ourselves, we find the lies, we check on the flip side, we see the truth about others. They want to love us. They want to love you. You want to love them. And you want to love you. Grounded in spiritual practice, we know the truth that love is who and what we are and all we will ever be. Love is the only truth. And the only truth is love. Okay, Melissa's going to do one more thing with you.
I just have to praise my wife, Ben. I've heard that story, and I never tire of hearing it. I mean, I was there. I slept through it. Oh, dear. Repeat after me, please. Every breath I take is evidence that Spirit wants me. I am enough. If I forget this truth, I look for the lie. I check the flip side to find the truth. I am loved. I am loved. I love others, and others love me, even if they don't know it yet. They want to love me, and I want to love them. I stand unapologetically confident, knowing the truth of my divine nature. Because I rock. And you rock. Because we all rock. Because Spirit rocks. And so it is.
So because finding the truth in other people and the love can be tricky sometimes, we wrote a song about it that my wife remembers how to play.
I want to love this song. I want to remember. There's a thing that the piano does that's not written out for me. I did write it. Oh, thank you. That's it. They say they can't sing. It was easy to blame you. My hatred was real. I just wanted you to have the pain that you made me feel. Then I found something I wanted even more. The peace of mind I had given to this war. Stepping back from my broken heart, I was amazed to see that just like me, you're seeking happiness. Just like me, you don't want to cry. In your life there has been sadness, and you have felt alone. You have known despair, and out of that you've grown. You have dreams and needs I can't see. How do I know these things? 'Cause you are just like me. forgive. Now I see the whole picture. What I ask for is clear. Forgive me for using you to stay in my fear. And if you can do this, you too might find places where we agree. 'Cause just like me, you're seeking happiness. Just like me, you don't wanna cry. In your life there has been sadness, and you have felt alone. You have known despair, and out of that you've grown. You have dreams and needs I can't see. How do I know these things? 'Cause you are just like me.
How many times have I made you wrong? Have I stewed in my sorrow, my anger, my longing for justice, reparation, healing, and peace, when the only thing missing was healing for me? I see you now clearly. Your struggle, your pain, my sister, my brother, we're one and the same, pushing pain on each other till we wake up and see the beauty, the freedom in our unity.
Just like me, you're seeking happiness. Just like me, you don't wanna cry. In your life there has been sadness, and you have felt alone. You have known despair, and out of that you've grown. You have dreams and needs I can't see. How do I know these things? 'Cause you are just like me. You're just like me. Just like me.
Thank you.
You may.
Well, I just want to honor you in expressing your truth and your love, because your transformation shines through. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And Z, I always used to, when I was a kid, they'd say, "Are you a boy and a girl?" And in my mind, it'd be like, "What does it matter? I'm me."
Yeah.
So this is the time now for our offertory. And since the pandemic, we're not passing a basket around, but we do have money boxes at the front door, the back door, as well as I know many of you have now donate and tithe via your electronic devices. So I just ask you to take a moment and sit with your tithe amount and know that you are worthy. And then repeat with me, divine love
Divine love
through me
through me
blesses and multiplies
blesses and multiplies
all that I have,
all that I have,
all that I give,
all that I give,
and all that I receive.
and all that I receive.
And I want to thank the entire community during this time, during the pandemic. While we have changed practically everything, we have not changed the love and support that we feel in this community. And thank you for your part in making us whole as we move through this time. So thank you. And now we'll move into the next.
Awesome. Oh, and the only other thing, yes, you wanted us to say. So we do have a little, we call it our Oh My God Life mini mall. And it helps support our ministry. So check it out. You get to shop and support our ministry. It's like a win-win kind of a situation. And we have these free affirmation cards. Love is the only truth, and the only truth is love. And on the other side, it says, I am incredible, powerful, a miracle, divine. Those of you who were at the concert know what I'm talking about. Yeah. So we have all kinds of stuff there. We have, we've written 2 books. We have fridge magnets. We have T-shirts on sale, music, of course, online classes, all kinds of stuff, and free cards. And then the most important thing.
The most important thing. If you enjoyed us, I always like to say, if you didn't enjoy us, never mind. just don't talk to us. You don't need to tell us. That's all right. But if you did enjoy us and you would like more, we have a free mailing list. So if you sign up for our mailing list, you will get a new video twice a month now, which is pretty awesome. Totally unique. It always has our music in it. And we do meditation ones, we do prayer ones, we do ones with us giving a little message and then a song, and music videos. So that's so far how the kinds we do. And there's 2 a month of those, and then we each have a blog that also goes out on the other weeks. And then a little surprise when there's 5 weeks. So the best thing, though, our favorite thing, I think, it is so fun for us that every year we write a new birthday song and we record a video of it and send it to all of our friends on our mailing list on the morning of their birthday. Like at 12. What? Oh, thank you,
Reverend
Eileen. Thank you. It is like we have people who come up to us and say, I get your birthday, like that we in the store, in Texas or something. It's really fun. So if you want that, make sure to put your birthday on there. It won't take the year. We don't need your year. That's a security thing too, right? But
yeah,
anyway.
You can pretend you were born yesterday, and it's good.
It looks like it's going to take your year,
it's
but
totally
it won't.
fine. Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
And
that's it.
yeah, I used to always say we like hugs, but ever since the last few
Things
years,
have
we
changed,
don't
yeah.
really announce that so much.
Yeah.
But we'll take some hugs.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll hold our breath.
And thank
hug.
you again so much. We have felt so welcome by y'all. The concert was incredible, and being here this morning, it's just really, and I know for Melissa, it's coming home because she went to college here and was here with her
And Dr.
mentor.
Robert did not make it, right? He was going to try to make it.
mentor from college.
My college professor, who I still connect with now and then, is Dr. Robert Bowman. Y'all can thank him for who I am today because he taught me meditation. He taught me meditation when I was 19, which I got really into. And he also taught me that I created my reality with my beliefs. He taught me that. That was before either of us knew about Centers for Spiritual Living. But we both, after he taught me that, I believed it too. So anyway.
It all started here.
It all started
in Chico.
Here or there at Chico State.
So we have one more song.
Yes, we do.
Which is also, one word.
Oh,
yes. You need to know the word yes, because you're going to be singing yes, 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 yes. And then there'll be another call and response from me, but super easy. And I think that's it.
Yeah.
Get ready.
Yes.
Here we go.
Yes, yes. I say yes to the greatest good you have for me. Yes to this good and I let it bless me. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it and I say yes. Here it comes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes again. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes to the greatest love you have for me. Yes to this love and I let it bless me. All of the love that you wanna bring, I allow it And I say yes. What do I say? I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. And Z says,
So much love.
so much love.
Right on time.
Right on time.
I can take it.
I can take it
'Cause it's mine.
'cause it's mine.
Spirit's gonna give it.
Spirit's gonna give it,
And I'm gonna get it.
and I'm gonna get it.
'Cause I align
I align
with the divine.
with the divine.
Yes, I align
Yes, I align
with the divine.
with the divine. All of the good that you wanna bring, I allow it, and I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. Yes, I say yes. Yes, 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 yes. I say yes. I say yes, 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 yes. I say yes. Yes. Thank you so much, CSL Chico. Oh, yeah. Please repeat after me. I am loved. Every breath I take, every beat of my heart is the evidence. I am worthy. I am enough. I am infinitely loved because I am infinite love. I allow this love to saturate my being. I allow this love to emanate forth from me. I love others, and they love me, even if they don't know it yet. But I will show them that they should, because I am love, and they are love, because we all rock so hard. And so it is. Amen. Have a great day.